Well, hi, folks. Hey. Unexpected live stream, eh? Yeah, Sty doesn't stream on Saturdays. Well, this Saturday I didn't have much of a choice. I'm going to shout out some of the folks chatting out there. We've got Kathy Gahan came in right away. Yeah, her big smiles and her lovey faces. Yeah, love you, Kathy. It's good to see you. Yeah, we had Kirk Whipper, Voyager Center, good old Tim. Yeah, great. Kimberly Ferris. Oh, yeah. It's good to see you, folks. Good to see you. Um, unexpected live stream. You'll have to excuse me. I'm pretty rough around the edges right now. Um, as you can suspect, I didn't plan on this. I didn't plan on going live at all tonight. I sent out a couple of invites. See if some of my YouTube buddies want to pop up and chat with me. Yeah, I got some updates for you folks. What's going to be happening with the channel here, real in the immediate future, and I mean immediate, effective tomorrow. It's for some people it'll be kind of a disappointment, but for others they'll understand. They'll understand why this update's necessary. Hey, Johnny Bravo, it's great to see you. What happened, Sty? Did we run out of chili at the Sty camp? uh, oh no, don't ever run out of chili. No. I could use a nice bowl of hot chili right now. Ooh, that would be good. That'd be good. I'm cold. I'm trying to warm up right now. Hey, Peter Dell, great to see you. Great to see you. Awesome. I'm glad. We got a few folks filing in. I would give it a little bit of time because I don't want to have to be repetitious for too long on the updates and what's going to happen. But here in just a minute, I'll get going on what the update is. There's JCT. Great to see you, girl. Great to see you. I got to get over and check out your latest video you posted today. I just, this first chance I've had to get on since this morning. I was on a little while this morning checking things out. I watched Mojo making breakfast burritos this morning, and then I was out the door. Then out over at Running Waters all day. Today was the day I was going to get my truck running. That didn't go well. The day went good. I'm not going to complain about the day, but the task of getting the truck running didn't go well. I had gotten a new starter for it. Running Water got this neat rubber pad put under the truck so I can work on that rubber pad under there. Everything looked like it was going to go well at the start of the day. Well, my jack just wasn't lifting that truck the way it should. My jack's pretty old and wore out. So my youngest boy had left a jack over at Running Water, so I tried that. That was worse than mine. Couldn't get that dang truck any height, Couldn't get it off the ground where I wanted it. So Running Water and I ran, and we got a new jack. Got a really sweet jack, hydraulic jack. Well, that lifted the front end of the truck up so I could at least get under the dang thing. Got under there. Gonna start pulling that starter off. Now it's cold out here. It's cold. It was only about 20 degrees at that time. Only got up to 23 today. I got under there and I'm looking and trying to figure out how the heck am I even going to get to some of these bolts. I mean, I don't know how the hell they get into there. While trying to figure that out, I noticed there's a woven copper ground strap that runs all the way from the battery down, and it's on one of the starter bolts that bolt into the block of the motor. That strap rotted out and it broke. It was broken. I thought, is that the problem? It's not getting a proper ground. So out from under that truck and off we went again, and we ran to the auto parts store. They didn't have the strap I needed. They had one that was a little shorter. Hey, Burger King of rock and roll. That's cool. Yeah, have a Merry Christmas, everybody. But they didn't have the strap I needed, so we got this. The one they had was, we get back, thought, that's it, man. We'll make it work. No, that strap was way too short. Just ain't going to work. So I got to figure that problem out because they just didn't have the strap I need. So we're thinking we're going to probably have to go with a heavy gauge wire to replace that strap. Crawled back under there, and I'm looking, trying to figure out how I'm going to get that starter out of there. Well, now it's so doggone late in the afternoon already, and it's so doggone cold. My hands froze up. I mean, they froze up to the point where I had no feeling in any of my fingers or thumbs. I could hold of a bolt or anything, and I couldn't feel it in my hand anymore. It was that cold. And you're trying to wear gloves in between doing things, but it wasn't doing any good. My hands just froze up on me. So I had to give it up. And I told Running Water, it's going to be tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's supposed to be a whole degree warmer. It's supposed to hit like 24 degrees or something tomorrow. Less wind. So back at it tomorrow. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get that starter out of there. It is in one of the worst spots I've ever seen. Man, if I was in a garage, nice heated garage, and could get it even higher up off the ground and more working space, maybe it would, maybe it would go better. But it's gonna take, no matter what I do, it's gonna take a lot of effort to get that starter, the old one out, let alone the new one in. Hey, Anthony Bressler, it is great to see you out there in the chat. So today we didn't accomplish a lot other than finding out that everything we thought we could have done today couldn't happen. So a lot of things didn't get done. Well, my move out here from this apartment over to Running Waters, I have to be all moved out of here other than the big furniture items by the 26th of December. On the 27th, Running Water and I, and hopefully Travis from Tales of Campground Host, he's hoping to be able to come up and help out. We're going to move all of the furniture then out of here. Now, so I'm hanging out with Running Water over at his place after the sun sets and talking about what's got to be done tomorrow and blah, blah, blah. And we're talking about my move into the place and the things we're going to do. Yeah, plain old Chuck, this starter is bad. Man, I've changed out so many starters over the years. And what I don't like is Ford Motor Company decided it was smarter to go with a GM style starter and put the solenoid on the starter, right? because I believe that's what's gone on that starter is solenoid. I can't even get the solenoid to hit. So it is the solenoid. It's probably not the starter itself, it's the solenoid. Well, I can buy just the solenoid, but you got to take the starter out of the vehicle to install that solenoid now, because it's like a GM starter where the solenoid is incorporated as part of the starter. Where Ford used to have the solenoid mounted on the firewall of the truck, 2 bolts, slap new one on, put the wires on, 2 bolts, you're done. Not anymore. You got to pull that whole starter up. Well, they got that starter crammed in there so tight. They put things in after they installed the starter. One thing they put in that I really don't like are the brake lines for the back brakes of the truck. They run parallel right beside that damn starter. And what they did was they put them in a spot where you get a ratchet in there, you've got no more than 3/4 of an inch of ratchet room. That's it. And there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I'm not pulling brake lines to do this job. No way. So about a 1/2 inch, maybe 1 click every time on that ratchet to pull a bolt that long out of that starter. And I've got 2 of them that are in the same type of situation because of those brake lines. The third one is worse yet. It's up over the top of the starter against the engine block, going back into the bell housing. And you can't get in from the back side to the bolt head. You got to go in from the side up at an angle, and you got to use a pivot head ratchet. And that one, you've got about 3/4 of an inch of ratchet space. That's it. I thought maybe an air ratchet. There's no way you're going to get an air ratchet with its body and the head up in that space. You got to use a standard size ratchet, or you ain't getting it in there. And the thing is yeah, Peter, you're right that they do that so that you use one of their service centers, want to take it to a dealership or to a mechanic. And I believe the reason they put the solenoid on the starter is 99% of consumers out there, they don't know that just the solenoid can go out. So they took it and put it on the starter. So there's no way that majority of people are going to look at that and go, I ain't going to try to swap that out. I got to take it to a mechanic. Well, it's going to cost you, not counting the part, it's going to cost you probably $125 just to have them pull that starter out and put the new one in. Now add the part to it. So you're looking $250, $300 to have that starter replaced when you could have bought a $17 solenoid and swapped it yourself off the firewall. They designed it for the aftermarket income. That's what they did. Nobody's going to convince me otherwise. Nobody, ever. They can say, oh, for dependability, is that? No, baloney, because the old solenoid electric part was mounted up out of the weather, out of the way. Now it's mounted 18 inches off the road surface. Oh, baloney. It was for aftermarket income for mechanics and especially their dealerships. That's what it was done for. Yeah, hi Justin. The yeah, it's 99.9% of the time it's just a solenoid. Those starters are tough, man. They last forever. I had a 1951 school bus. The starter on that school bus started giving me a little bit of trouble. I dropped it out, pulled it out, pulled the back cover off, slid the armature out. the brushes were wore out. They're just little brushes that go in there, spring loaded. Bought a set, popped them in there, put it back in. It took me about 45 minutes to hold the damn job. And that starter's been working ever since. So that thing from 1951 until 2021 only needed to be serviced once. That, you know, times have changed. Peter, hey, Running Water and I were talking about that. Running Water was talking about his old Suburban, and I was talking about my 55 Chevy pickup truck where I sat on the fender well inside the hood, under the hood, and honed out the cylinders because I did a full in-frame rebuild of the engine on that truck. Full in-frame rebuild. And I could stand on the ground with the front axle going between my legs and work on the engine. There was that much space under there. Now with all of the emissions and everything else and blah, blah, and blah, blah, you can't get in there to work. So, yeah. Yeah, everything's fuel injected now. And the, yeah, couple bucks each for the brushes. Yeah, Anthony, you're so right. You're so right. So you guys all understand my dilemma, you know. Hey, Ingalls family, it's awesome seeing you. Glad you're here. Now, I got enough folks out here that are listening right now. I need to get to the update, and I'll be repeating this. Peter mentioning tailor-made tools. Now, I used to have tons. I had a full mechanics tool set. I should say mechanics tool set with a ton of add-ons. I probably had close to $3,000 invested back at 1980s prices. That's a lot of, I mean, that $3,000 wouldn't buy me all of that today, but I had everything. There was nothing on a vehicle that could not be repaired with the tools I had. And some of mine were custom built. I had local machinists that were just aces build me a few custom tools to get to spots that were just where you would typically have to do part of an engine tear down just to get to something. I had them build me tools where I could avoid having to do all the extra tear down. This situation with that starter, the only thing that I could think of that I just don't know. There really isn't something. Maybe with a couple of universal joints and an air impact ratchet, you could get up and weave around back in there and do it with the air impact. But I don't have the air impact. I got a compressor, but not the air impact wrench or enough extensions and universals to get around in there. I wish I did, because I'd rather mess with that than what I'm doing, knuckle busting crap I'm doing now. But off to the updates, guys. Here's what's going to happen now. This day set me back literally a whole day. I'm going to be spending all day tomorrow on this truck again. Good Lord willing, Running Water and I'll get that thing tore apart and together tomorrow and have it all done. Hopefully before the sun sets tomorrow night. If it's sun setting, I'm going to be out there with lights, man, because I got to get it done. I got to get that truck up and running. Then I got to get myself moved. I've got to get everything out of this apartment this week. And I've got Running Water if I need his help. But really, to start with, Running Water over at his place has some rearranging to do and still some of his brother's things that we got to find a corner for or something. And he'll be doing that. I'll be loading things up here, hauling it over there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, straight through. Right up Christmas Eve day, I'm sure I'll be doing this stuff. Then, Christmas Day, I have my live stream, all day Christmas stream. And then the day after Christmas Day, I got to come back here to the apartment, get all the furniture all set up and ready to haul out of here, because on the 27th, then we haul the furniture out. So here's what's going to happen. There will not be a Sty Story Sunday tomorrow. I will not be doing my regular weekly Sty Story Sunday. I won't be doing Sty Times throughout all of next week. There will be no live streams at all between tomorrow, which is the 19th, until the 25th. On Christmas Day at noon, I will be doing my all-day Christmas Day live stream, 8-hour live stream on Christmas Day. None of this stuff is going to get in the way of that live stream. I will be doing it. And I need to let everybody know so they can be there on Christmas Day, stop in, say hi, because I'm going to really be jonesing for my YouTube friends by Christmas Day, not being able to stream all week. Now, the reason I won't be able to truly lands with having to do all of this move by myself in general. I do have running water to lean on when I need to, when I really need to. I'm not going to, he's got things he has to do in his life too. And I got a lot of tear down to do, a lot of breakdown to do, and that includes the studio here. My Christmas Day stream. I still have to discuss it with running water, but I think we can pull it off. We'll have the new studio set up at the house. So that'll be my very first stream from the new studio. Will be from the new studio, right there on December 25th. So that'd be interesting. That means I get to spend Christmas Day with running water because it'll be at his house, right? But it's a lot for this old man to try to get done in the next 6 days. So get off lunch until we meet again. Best wishes to everyone. Yeah, Peter, you have a good one, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks again for being here. Yeah, coming all the way from Australia to hang out at the Sty Shack. Hope to see you on Christmas Day, our Christmas Day here. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be the day after Christmas for him. Goth Chick, I see you popped in. Good to see you. Hunting and stuff with J&J popped in. Awesome. Great to see you folks. But I don't like this situation. I want to be on with you guys. It's just, this whole move is turning into a daily nightmare. It's like every plan that is made is getting waylaid for something else and something else and something. And it's just, I can't wait till it's done. Once I'm over at Running Waters and locked in there and things are there, they don't have to all be in their proper place. I just need to be moved in there. So I don't have to be doing things in 2 different places at the same time. Where it becomes a real issue is I've got internet issues coming up too, I'm fighting with Charter Communications, Spectrum, got issues with them because they're not being cooperative at all when it comes to the actual shutting down their plan kind of deal. You know, I try to cancel my month this coming month. Oh no, they said, they're insistent. They said, you can cancel now, but your service, I went one day too long before I told them I wanted to cancel, they said. They're insistent. I have to pay them all for all of next month for somewhere I'm not going to be. Thank goodness, of course, my my spectrum is it's encrypted, so I pull the equipment out of here. Nobody can plug into the spectrum and get my internet service off of it. It'll show up, but they won't be able to get into it. And I'm at that point where I'm ready to take that equipment over to Running Waters and use it. But because I wouldn't have to pay them $80, and I can sorely afford that, you know, that dummies, you know, for one day, because of one day. No. And I said, well, why don't you let me pay for it out to December 31st? And then you do a shut-off. Nope, we don't prorate anymore. Nope, you pay a full month. That's what you pay, is a full month. And you went one day over your service date, so you got to pay for a whole month. So I'm thinking, and they're saying I can do a cancellation, but it'll be effective immediately. And they said, you only got 5 days to do that. So I got 4 more days that I can do that. Well, I'm thinking that's just what I'll do. Problem with that is I wouldn't be able to stream during those 5 days at all anyway. So that's why you probably won't see me live until December 25th. I will be at Running Waters, and I will be streaming live all day Christmas Day. Live with your son, deal with the apartment. This is wonderful, little stressful, but it's great. Yeah, Kathy, you know, and that's it. I guess that's what's keeping my spirits up, is because I know what the end product will be. I'll be relocated. I'll be settled into the house over there. I'll be done with this place. I won't have to think about it anymore. So the stress I'm going through for this next week and a half, well, actually 2 weeks, because I'll be back in here on the 28th of December, cleaning the whole place, getting her all turnover ready, and then on the 29th I'll turn my keys in to the landlord, and I'm out of here. I'm gone then, and I don't have to think about the place anymore. I just wish I didn't have the truck issues on top of it. I was fortunate enough, I had a little nest egg set aside, so I was able to afford the parts for the truck and the costs associated with that. And I didn't like Spectrum nabbing up a chunk of my nest egg, you know, because that was not planned. That was not planned. Life goes on, doesn't it? Life goes on. It's like life goes on with or without us, right? And I want to really thank you, Kathy, for being understanding, because I know there's going to be a lot of disappointed people, because that'll be a Sty Story Sunday that doesn't happen, and 2 Sty times that don't happen. No, 3 Sty times, 3 Sty times that won't happen. So it's 4 streams in a row. Christmas Day, 8 hours of Sty. I think it'll help. It'll help make up for it. But I don't like having almost a full week where my streams are interrupted. I don't like that. And in the new house, in the new studio, we'll never have that issue. Gotta move instructions in. Yeah, that's the thing, is I got such good people that follow my channel. I never have a complaint about my followers. They're all the best. They're all the best. I would, what I guess what is tough for me is that I don't, how do I put it? I'm one that doesn't like to disappoint, I don't want to disappoint people. I don't know. I just, people, I'm that way. It's easy to be disappointed when someone that you follow, all of a sudden they can't be up here, they can't do this anymore, whatever life is throwing at them. And it's a disappointment. It's kind of heartbreaking. You can't be there. And it's not always the host that you're there for. It's all your friends out in the chat. We lean on each other. We talk to each other. We update each other. And yeah, Kathy, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I know you'll all be there. You'll all be there. I've had people say, well, you should video your move for the content. Oh my gosh, I'd have to rate that 18 plus. There's going to be some language that even grown-ups don't want to hear. The actual move part is not going to be pretty. Not going to be pretty. It's going to be, yeah, plug your ears and get out of the way. Here he comes with some more. And I can't. That's a tough part too. I mean, it's going to take. I bet you it'll take me at least an hour to unload the back of my truck with what's in it now, camping gear and other stuff from all this summer. And in our shop, in our shed, it's in such disarray. The younger boy wasn't very organized, and it's in such a disarray. I can't just haul it in there and have a place for it. I got to go in there and totally rearrange things just to have somewhere to put what's in my truck. So that's going to take at least an hour. So I'm going to wipe out a good part of a day, just get my truck empty so I can fill it with stuff from here to haul. Running Water's truck is full, and there's nowhere to put his things out of his truck. They're better off in his truck right now. So yeah, it's all just a bunch of BS, So I'm sitting at Running Waters this evening. We're talking about all these issues, things we got to do and blah, blah, blah. things we're going to do. And I'm sitting on his couch just kicking back. And he's got his TV there going. And I grabbed his Roku controller and I'm going, "You got all these channels?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, I got all that. All those. Yeah, every one of them." I'm going through, "Oh, man, I haven't had that in a long time. And I want to watch that series." And I'm thinking to myself, it's like standing out on the street looking in the window to the candy store. I'm not even in the candy store yet. I'm looking at all that great stuff that, oh man, I can relax, kick back on this nice couch with recliners. I mean, kick back, watch the old Roku on a big screen TV. And right next to it will be my TV hooked up to the PlayStation. And I'm sitting there envisioning what it'll be like maybe 3 weeks from now. It won't quite be there until about 3 weeks from now because you all know moving, stacks of stuff here and there and everywhere. Until you get that stuff kind of spread out and put where it belongs, you just don't feel comfortable yet, So it's going to take a week after I move stuff. That puts me to the end of the first week of January. It's all right. It's all right. Because it's all coming. It's all coming. The new studio's got me so excited. It's got me so excited. It's going to take a while to get it all figured out, get it all laid out the way I want it, set up perfect. But to just be able to do a live stream from that location, yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do, Kathy, is once I got the truck up and running, get it empty, then every day, whatever I have in the apartment already in its big tote carriers and the plastic totes and boxed, I haul it downstairs, at my leisure, and I'll load it up in the truck, and then I'll make a run over to the house with it and get it unloaded. Then the next day, I come back, and then that night, that's why I won't be streaming, because then that night, instead of streaming, I'll be just packing, organizing, hauling down to the truck the next morning, get the truck loaded up again, haul it over to the house. I do that for 3 days. I'll have this place empty by Christmas, by the end of the week, and ready to haul the furniture on the 27th. I think it'll go fine. I've got a big 4-wheeled flatbed cart that the manager here at the building I'm in allows tenants to use. I'll get that puppy and I can load, well, I've had 6 big plastic totes stacked on it, wheeled them right out. The only problem is wheeling it into the parking lot can be a bummer because the doors exiting here aren't quite wide enough. So if I don't stack them just right, I can't get out the damn door with it. But I can get them all 4 stories down and pretty damn close to the truck. I pulled the truck close to the building, and then I only got about 25 feet out to the truck. So it'll work. It'll work out. And it's just time consuming and frustrating. And I see I got a thumbs up over on the Facebook side because I am streaming on both tonight. Yeah. Looking over there at the Facebook side real quick and see, yeah, it's streaming. It's streaming. It's wasn't quite sure. Gotta check. now that I can stream on 2 different platforms, the I like the fact that I can stream to Facebook and to the group and here also. If you're not a member of the Sty Shack over at Facebook, just go to Facebook and search for Sty Shack. Yep, STY space SHACK. Sty Shack. Become a member. Join the group over there. Yeah, yeah. It's an open public group, and we keep it really clean there at the Facebook group. Yeah. But I running water has done me a great turn, by letting me relocate to his place. And I hope to be as much of a benefit to running water as he's being to me. I mean, his brother lived there, but didn't do much. He mowed the lawn a little here and there, and shoveled snow, and did small maintenance items and things, here and there. But he's not a good housekeeper. So the house is in quite the disarray. Running water can be a little guilty of that, but he's a bachelor, a young bachelor. I'm one. I like everything in its place. I don't like dirty. I don't mind a little bit of messy, but I don't like dirty. But if you add dirty and mess together, that's a no-no. So running water's looking forward to it. He knows how house is kept under my roof, and running water's looking forward to it. And running water's got some of the best ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm telling him, don't you do it. Don't worry about it. Thank you for that idea, because I'll see that your wishes are met. I'll get that done for you while you're out on the road. So I think it's going to be beneficial to both of us. It'll make life very comfortable for the two of us. It's like running water said, he doesn't have company. Rare that he has anybody at the house. And I said, same with me. I don't have people come to my place. They just don't, But this will be the perfect place for folks to come and visit if they want. No, it's not me, Dibble. I wish that was the view there. This is the view looking over the top of town, over Lake Superior from my apartment window here. Yeah, I'm on the 4th floor, and that's looking out over the buildings. You don't see the town underneath. But the new place, the view there, you take this 3-part window and you make it one big window, one pane of glass. That's the picture window at Running Waters. And it looks out the front yard. It looks through, right out front is a roofed open porch that wraps around the side of the house. And it looks straight across the road. There's a house across the road from us. But it's about 400, 500 feet to where that house is. And right on the edge of the road, on the opposite side of the road, is a big row of beautiful tall pines that block any view. You can't even see the neighbor's house. It's beautiful. Yeah. And sitting out on that porch in the summer is going to be awesome. I'm going to love it. I love it. His yard needs a lot of work. That's one thing I wish the younger boy would have done for him, is more in the yard. I wish he would have done a little more to the yard. But he works full time. He doesn't have a lot. Just didn't have time to do a lot of yard care stuff. I can't wait to tear into it. I'm going to have fun with that yard. Um, Actually, me devil, running water's got the perfect rocking chair for me, but it's one that I'll take out on the porch, and when I'm done with it, bring it in. You don't want that bugger sitting out there and the weather hitting it, or somebody seeing it and stealing it. Um, it's a nice rocker. It's got, I don't even remember the design, if it's paisley or what, but it's got the padded back seat on it. It's very comfy, nice rocker. And he said, we'll bring that downstairs to the front room so you can pull it right out the front door and sit on the porch in your rocker. What I really want, and I'll watch for one, I'll catch one in a garage sale or something down the road. I want a big old rocker, real rugged looking rocker for out on the porch. I'll get one. I sit out there with a shotgun rocking back and forth. What you looking at? Yeah, they're going to go, whoa, check out that old boy sitting on the porch. But yeah, running a water and I today, we're looking around and things to do, even outdoors. And while we're busy on that truck messing around, we're looking at the yard and how the brush, he's got all these bigger, they're big, they're more like trees, growing along the one whole side of the property line. Well, they've grown over and they're hanging over in the property. My youngest boy just kept mowing a little farther away from that, and a little farther. And you lost about 10 feet a yard, the full length of the yard, because of that. So I'm going to go in and prune all those up and back and get that 10 feet back. Well, Kathy got tons of snow today. Ha ha ha. Oh God, I don't want no snow till the truck's running. Once the truck's running, that old King Ranch go through anything, but no snow yet. No, we've got snow, but it's not bad. Not bad. Need a shotgun as well, as you said it. Yeah. Yeah, it's good for appearances, right? Right. Yeah, I'll be out there with a big old cup of coffee, rocking on that porch on the days that I want to just take it easy. And the sweet thing is, I'll be able to live stream from that porch when I want. I could bring my camera gear out there. I've got the ability, everything that needs to be cabled out there, and everything else, Bluetooth and wireless, I can sit right out on that porch and do these live streams on the porch with the true outdoors. No blue screen required. See the nice big bushy tree thing we got growing at the corner of the porch, and yeah, I'm looking so forward to it. Yeah, Anthony, it'll be cool. It'll be neat. Once we get the whole yard taken care of, I'd say at least a third, more than 30% of the yard is covered with brush and wood from 5 big ash trees that were removed almost 2 years ago, but haven't been cleaned up yet. I'll be whittling away at that, coming in with a big chipper and chip it all up, have all that wood cut and split for firewood, and running water and I are putting in a nice big fire pit. I'll be able to live stream out at that fire pit in the backyard. That'll be a blast. That'll be so awesome. I can get that I'm out at camp kind of atmosphere, but in town, on his place, on his property. It'll be so awesome. It'll be so awesome. The thing with his place is what's nice is where my studio sits, that's where the modem and router for the internet is. It's right there. So I'll be hardwired into the router. I'll be hardwired into the router in my bedroom because right there, that house is an old house. 2 of the bedrooms have no forced air heat going into them at all, right? Well, the one running water's bedroom has electric baseboard heat, right? My big bedroom, it has the old floor vent that's open. You can look down into the front room through that vent. Gravity heat, it just comes up and it rolls up into the bedroom upstairs. My youngest boy had his bed over the top of that vent, and he kept complaining about how cold that bedroom is. He said, you could never during the winter at all sleep in there with the door closed. There's no way. You want a little bit of heat coming through that door. Well, the other day I was over there and I'm looking at it. I reached under that bed and I crawled under it, let's say, and I'm looking, and that vent, well, the bed's only 10 inches above that vent to start with. But that vent, you put your hand over it, and it's just pure heat coming up through it. I told him, I said, you got the dang vent covered. No wonder the room's so cold. Because the skirt on his mattress skirt goes down to the floor, so all the heat's staying just under the bed. Well, he's got a big box screen and a big padded mattress on top of that. And he goes, yeah, but that heat comes up through the bed. I said, there ain't no heat left in it by the time it reaches the top of that top mattress, you goofball. Yeah, me devil, that's right. That ash tree is going to turn into ash. True ash, yeah. But what I plan on doing, I did some video of the disarray in that house, okay? A little over a week ago. Well, I did one a couple weeks before that. That's probably the one but I'm going to pull still pictures off of each of those rooms. And then and that'll be probably middle or end of January. Then I'm going to go through the house and do it again. And I'm going to take stills off of that. And I'm going to do side-by-sides. I'll do a video showing side-by-side, befores and after, before and after. You'll get to see the whole new studio and that front room and the living room and the kitchen. And heck, I'll even show you my bedroom. What the hell? There's nothing going on in there except me sawing logs. I hope soon. I definitely, all goes well, I would like, I got to talk to Running Water, and I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Get the studio established before Christmas Day. Set up, get all my equipment over there, hooked up. We're going to get it all set up, and like Running Water says, we want it all set up so it's plug and play. You bring your gear and set it up, boom, boom, boom. We plug it all in and it's running. I said, absolutely. But I'd like to get this day that I lost on that truck, just putting a kibosh to some of these plans. But I want to get it done before Christmas Day. And then I think I'd halt a lot of my bedroom stuff over there, and I'll spend the night Christmas Day and not sleep here at the apartment ever again. Just come over here day after Christmas Day and get the furniture all ready to be moved, go back home sleep there, come back the next day to move it all, then come back the following day to clean the whole place, then come back the following day, turn the keys in. But I'd love to get over there and get set up. And that's where I stay. I stay there. I sleep there. I eat there. That's what I'm out of here, physically out of here, other than some of the belongings, you know. It's tough. That's why there won't be any streams next week. I'm going to be one busy boy from sunup until I collapse sometime that night, you know. Boxing Day, the day after Christmas Day. Yeah. Yeah. Day after Christmas Day for me is going to be that one. I'll be over here for no more than an hour or two because I'm going to just get all of the furniture that has to be hauled out of here lined up in this living room, pointing towards that front door in the order we want it to go in the trucks. So it's just come in, grab, and haul out, put in the truck. Next piece. All in order. Boom, 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 boom. Should only take me an hour or two, and I'll have it all arranged so we can haul it all out of here easily. There'll be 3 of us. We can handle it. Me, Devil. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Boxing Day. Yeah. Every man for himself. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. I've been to situations like that. Yeah. Yeah. They're fun while they're going on, but they're not fun while you recover after the situation. That's when you get to find out who punches too hard. Yeah, shit. When I was a young man, very young man, I had a girlfriend that, she loved the box, man. And I really got into it. Her and I and her brother and a couple of his buddies, man, we were boxing all the time. We loved it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. She was tough, that girl, boy. I hadn't seen her for 40 years. That's a long time, man. Hadn't seen her for 40 years. And we met up. We set up an arrangement. We met up. I took her out for lunch. God, she's rough. Oh, she's rough. She's been through the mill, man. She's telling me about her whole life, that 40 years. I thought I had kind of a rough road. Oh, that girl had a rough road. She races barrel horses. Well, she does it now. She raises them, but she can't race them anymore. She can't. She rides, but it's pretty tough on her. But she's just pure country girl. She was tough as nails. But you see it now today. You meet her and you go, oh man, life had its way with her. Really, really hard on her. And even life in general, family issues and loss and things that she went through. Yeah, I really feel for her. Too bad. But listening to her life, boy, I'm glad I didn't get hitched with her. Holy shit, she would beat the hell out of me many times, I'm sure. She is a tough one. Me, Dibble, talking about Boxing Day again. And even less fun when the police turn up. And in your case, Dad turns up. LOL. Yeah. Back in my youngest days, yeah, have the pop walk. Yeah, but then my pop was one where if you wanted to go fisticuffs, he'd let you do it right in the living room. But you'd damage anything, furniture, knickknacks. You knock a single thing off a shelf, Then look out, guess what? He's putting his hands on you. No, you never wanted that shit to happen. No, no. But oh, me and the buddies in the neighborhood, there were times, yeah, we'd go to fisticuffs right in the house. And all it took was somebody coming close to bumping something. And he'd go, whoa, okay, let's take this outside. And my pop would look at us and go, not a bad idea. And he'd come out, plop us butt in a lawn chair and watch us. Yeah, go ahead. Kick each other's ass. I want to watch. Yeah. And he didn't always cheer for me. There were so many times he'd cheer for the other guy. He'd let me get my butt whooped, and he'd laugh and say, well, it's a good fight even though you lost. Well, thanks, Pop. You could have broke it up, and saved me some misery, but no, my Pop, he didn't break nothing up. You guys settle it, man. You started it, you guys settle it. He'd break it up if somebody's going to end up having to go to the doctor, But yeah, I was last night, I couldn't sleep. And I was sitting there and I was trying to figure out all the times that I moved. And I gave up about halfway through that list. When I was growing up, we moved twice. Born in one house. We moved to another place, big, beautiful house, man. That damn house. I'd kill to have that house today. And we were only able to stay in that house about 2 years. Then we moved into the family home we were in. My mother had that home from the 1960s to the end of the 1980s. That was the family home. That's where we all, for the most part, grew up, and she kept it even after my pop. Well, she kept it after my papa was gone. I was only 12 years old. But after my papa was gone, man, she kept it all those years, even after us grown-up kids moved out. Stayed in the family for a long time. So we lived in 3 houses total from our family, from 1951 all the way till, I believe it was 51, until about 1987 or 88. The 3 homes. Me? Shit, 3 homes. That's the first frickin' year. I have moved so much. It's ridiculous. I'm going to do a show about that, the need to move, Jack's grandma is in the house. It is so good to see you, Kathleen. In case I don't see you before, Merry Christmas to Sty and all your gang. Oh, Merry Christmas to you. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. I need to hear that. For me, Christmas season is people. It's people. It's nothing else. It's time for lots of great people just to try to cheer each other up, And I love that. I just love that. Yeah, I think people move around now in the 2000s, and back in the day, people stayed more in one spot. Yeah. And more people rent or lease now than ever before. And I mean, you go back to the 50s, 60s, 70s, almost everybody owned a house. There were a few renters, but not a lot of renters, but everybody owned a house, unless you were inner city, then rentals, but suburbs and country, everybody owned a house. Well, I only owned 2 properties in my lifetime. Everything's been rentals or leases. And that was because I was born under a wandering star. That doesn't leave much room for owning property. I hopped, because I grabbed opportunities that would take you away from where you were. So I didn't want to own a piece of ground, because if I owned a piece of ground, I'd never want to leave it. As long as I didn't own a piece of ground, I felt free. Grab an opportunity that's going to haul my butt somewhere. That's how I ended up out in Montana. It's just out of the blue. There's a chance and an opportunity to go somewhere new and exciting. Pack my shit and go. Yeah. It's terrible because, in a sense, and I'm willing to admit it, in a sense, it was a very selfish move, because I hauled my wife and 4 kids with me. And they were kind of cool with where we were. And I said, no, we got to go out west. It's calling me. It's saying, move west, young man. Move west. Yeah. Oh, you were still in school when you moved into where you are? Yeah. Yeah, Kathleen. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, too. I think this New Year is going to be a very happy one for Sty. I really do. I think the happy is going to far outweigh the unhappy for me this year. Oh, there's Samantha. Hi, sweetie. Oh, it's so good to see you, girl. Did you hear my announcement? Yeah, my update. No streams starting tomorrow. No Sty Stories Sunday. And the next 3 Sty times aren't going to happen. Oh, come to think of it. Oh, Lord. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday Sty streams aren't going to happen. And next Thursdays around the campfire won't happen. So that's 5 streams. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday won't happen. But I'll be here Christmas Day, all day, from 12 noon till 8 p.m. Everybody show up for a little while. I got some of the most awesome little clips of Samantha cheering us up on Christmas Day. If anybody can, it's Samantha. The new puppy. Oh, I tell you what, Kathy, you are absolutely right. Love the new puppy. That little Siberian, she's going to look great. She's going to look great when she's coming of age. She's going to, I'm looking forward to seeing her of age, boy. Hey, Rebecca Filter. Hi, sweetie. Good, Sam. I'm hoping you'll stop in for Christmas. I need a good dose of Samantha. I do. I miss Sam all the time. Yeah, I would love, man. Samantha, I am so jealous over that pup. I miss my days of having huskies, man. I had my fair share of huskies. My favorite of all my huskies was a mix between a Malamute and an Alaskan Timberwolf. His name was Cody, and I got him as a retired sled dog, and I had to actually sign in agreement with the previous owner that he would not be used as a competition sled dog for the rest of his life. He was retired, but I was allowed to use him to feed himself, so I could pull him in weight pull contests. He did so well. He did so well because you won the weight of dog food. They'd load the sled with 50-pound bags of dog food. In his class, he won 980 pounds of dog food in a single pull. That's almost half a ton. Cody managed to break loose and pull 25 yards. That was a long pull. That one was one of the long pulls. Usually it's only 10 yards, 25 feet. This pull was 25, 75-foot pull. 980 pounds of dog food. It barely fit my damn truck to haul it home. But I had several dogs at the time, so he was feeding the whole family, For me, Dibble, Christmas is always a very sad time of year for me. But that's my problem. Well, and that's what your friends are here for, man. To help you get through those sad times of the year. Yeah, absolutely. Lean on your friends. Lean on your friends to get through those not so pleasant times, At least she isn't a Pomsky, then you'd really be jealous. Oh, yes, I would. Little Pomsky, for an old bachelor that's not going to be able to get at the dog. But the thing is, though, if I got a full, mature Siberian, I wouldn't want a Malamute nowadays. Just because the poor dog, unless I went and got a sled and got myself a training cart, I wouldn't want a Malamute because they really need to be worked. Otherwise they just get big, old, and fat, like me. Well, I ain't fat no more, but I had another weigh-in. I thought I gained a couple of pounds. I lost 2 more pounds. That's pissing me off. Jack up those calories, But a full-size adult Siberian would keep me active. And my new place where I'm moving, guess what? Runs right down the property line, right next to it. It's what we call the corridor. And there was an old Sioux Line Railroad that ran through there. And that corridor goes for miles and miles and miles and miles. And all of it, through all of city limits, there's 6 miles of it, I believe, is all paved. It's all blacktopped. Beautiful trail, beautiful. And it goes through all residential. It doesn't go through the downtown kind of stuff. It's just all residential. It's wooded. Most of the whole trail is pretty well wooded. Seems like all the homeowners along that trail, they have hedgerows and bushes and trees, just because the trail gets used pretty regular, and oh no, I don't want no toy French poodle, me Dibble. You're not going to ever convince me of that. I got scars on my hands still from one of them little monsters. My buddy had one, little toy French poodle. Every time I go to his house, the minute I sit down, that thing would jump in my lap. And it looks at you and it's all happy and it's wagging its tail. And you start to pet it. And it's acting like, oh, this is nice. And you're petting it. Well, you can only pet this long, so you quit. That little bugger turn and look you right in the face and start. like it's going to bite your damn nose off. Start petting it. It's fine again. It might even lay down and you're petting that dog. Quit. See what happens. It suckers right up, both feet on your chest, face in yours, going. It's pissed off all the time. Well, then try to get up. You tell the dog, what the heck did they call her? I can't remember what her name was. It was some cutesy damn name. But you tell her, get down now, I gotta get up. Oh, no. You touch her in any way other than petting, I mean, you gotta be in the motion of petting. If you just put your hand on her back and don't move it, she's spin around, bite you in the wrist, man. She'll bite you. Don't you be just touching me. You got a pet. She was the nastiest little thing in the world. The only way I could get up, and I was always worried I'm going to hurt her. The only way I could get up is I would pet her, and then I'd get my hand in just the right position beside her, and whew, give her a good shove right off my lap halfway across the room, and I'd get up. And she'd turn and growl at me, and then she'd walk off, look for somebody else to harass. How about a pet raccoon? I had two friends, both of them with pet raccoons. They're another critter. Yeah, like Samantha says, no one wants disease or rabies. But raccoons, even if they got all their shots, everything, you can make them safe. You can get them rabies shots just like a dog and all those shots, And that's what these two guys did. They had their coons all veterinary cared constantly. But them damn coons you don't want one of them as a damn pet. To have a friendly coon around the place outside somewhere, one thing. Don't bring a coon in your house. Man, both of those guys. The one guy had a $700 patent leather high back office chair. That raccoon was in his office, and it was decided it's going to knock shit off the shelves. So it's in there knocking things down. And he went in there and he yelled at it, get out of here. Don't be doing that. And the raccoon just knocked stuff off and looked at him like, what? What are you going to do about it? So he grabbed that raccoon by the scuff neck, carried it in the other room, gave it a pitch, said, you stay out of my office. I stopped at his house. And he's telling me, yeah, that dang raccoon is knocking shit off the shelves in my office. He says, that thing pisses me off. I said, I'm looking around. I go, where is it? I wanted to see it, pet it, because it let you pet it just like a freaking cat. And he's looking around. He goes, I haven't seen him for about an hour. That bugger better not be back in my office. He got up and he's heading for his office, and I got up and followed him. I want to see this raccoon. I want to pet it. Walked in the office, and oh my God, I was ready to go home, get out of there. That raccoon had taken that almost $800 patent leather chair and shredded it. There was the guts of that chair, the stuffing all pulled through these holes in that patent leather all over. That coon was so mad at him, it tore up his chair. And there's the raccoon sitting on his desk, looking at him like, check it out. What do you think of that shit? You thought the knickknacks were something. Check this out. Oh, I never seen anybody so bent out of shape as this guy. And that raccoon, it ran off so that if you want me, you got to catch me kind of thing. That guy still had that coon about a year later. I told him, I said, boy, that bugger, he would have been a hat. I would have made a hat out of him. The go-to channel feature, that is awesome. I mean, it's, the I'm just looking and playing here, by the way. Why isn't it showing me the go back option or the go to option? It's not showing me the go to option on my chat tonight. Why? It's only giving me the moderator options. Yeah, it's not being nice to me. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not showing. Because I was just following somebody this morning and I noticed, oh, I can go to their channel. Not quite sure. But that it's finding channels. It has been such a nightmare since they got rid of that feature. They thought that would reduce a lot of the undesirables showing up at people's channels. I don't think it had enough impact to make it worth not letting us have that option. So yeah, they need that option. Definitely need that option. That's one thing with the new studio that I'm putting together. I'm going to have so much fun this coming year. Oh my Lord. I hate to admit it, but I'm going to have more fun than I did out of camp. Look at this. Look at this. There's a guy for you. But let's see if I got that. Oh, wrong. I'm in wrong. Where would that be? Oh, no, that ain't there. Oh, it's in here. You don't want to see that.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm trying to
get your shit together.
That's it. I'm trying to get my shit together. Why ain't it working? Why ain't I getting my shit together?
Hey Sam. Hope you're doing all right.
That's it. There it is. Oh damn it! I don't want that on there.
I came up here for this.
There you are. One back at you, Mike. Oh, two back at you, actually. Want to keep you entertained, you know. Hey, cut that out.
Smell my feet. Hey, Kathy.
Yeah, he's all excited because Samantha's in the house. Whenever she's in the house, it makes him
swing. Oh! That said elf. I thought that said self. Damn,
yeah, I knew what you'd think right away.
I got no pants on either, so I'm ready.
Jesus Christ! Somebody yell fire!
You let me up here. Hey, Ralph.
The other day, I had somebody pounding on my damn door. Nobody ever comes in my apartment. Somebody pounding on the damn door, and I'm sitting here in the studio. I am finishing up typing up the family ancestry record. I'm busy, and it's late evening. Someone pounded on my damn door, and it's like, what in the hell? So I yelled at him, "You're gonna have to give me a minute." I no more than got my pants pulled on. Boom, 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 back on the door. You sons! I had to get goddamn dressed to go answer that damn door because I don't even have a clue who the hell it is. Answered the door, and it's this goofball that's one floor away from where he's supposed to be. I don't know who the guy was. Hey, Steve, good to see you. Ralph Morrick's over here. Did you tell them all to come over here? There's Brissy boy. Hey.
Yeah, we were all over at Raphael Scrappers. We all came over here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't. I'll apologize to anybody. I didn't mean to stream on top of anybody tonight or not because I don't stream Saturday nights. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew I wasn't going to be streaming until the 25th of December. So,
Yes.
yes, he says. Yes, he says.
When I go to church tomorrow, I'm going to give him a big thank you.
Oh, prayers come true?
Apparently.
That.
Plus, I'm still short on funds, so I had to go and dip into the collection plate.
See, and the thing is, as I do this update tonight, that I'm not going to be streaming until next Saturday because I got all this crap to pack up and get the hell out of here.
Especially all
these other things to do. And here I am sitting on here for an hour and a half so far. Just think of how much work I could have gotten done.
Maybe I'll do a Nick Green and just keep you up for about 5-6 hours. That's bullshit.
No. Poor Nick, if he come up, I'd have to cut that poor kid off.
Yeah.
But I had somebody a little over a week ago. They stayed on till it was over, and they kept on and on and on and on. Finally, I said, "That's it. I gotta get the hell out of here. I haven't eaten today at all. And they had never been on StreamYard before. And there they are sitting there, and I'm going, say goodbye and leave now. Then I'll shut it down. I want to make sure you're the hell off of here before I leave."
Right. How are you going to move all those books?
Hey, I'm fix that shit. I don't want to have to put up with that. That's all the Sty stories in the world.
Really?
Sure.
Hey, Storm. You get any snow up there? We got ice here today.
We've got spots where it'll be up to about 6 inches deep, drifted. But most of it, the grass is sticking through the snow everywhere. Just the dusting, pretty much. In fact, my truck, when I tried working on that today, that big rubber mat running water bought that fucking horse stall mat. That's some heavy bastard. I had him drag it out of his truck and drag it around the mine for me. And I said, "Let's slide her under there." And when he started looking like he was really oomphin', then I got down there and pushed a little too. But there was no snow under the truck at all. There was just bare ground. But boy, that rubber mat, I'm sold on that sucker for working under a vehicle outdoors. Oh, shit. You drop a part or something. It's nice. It's right there. It's right there. You don't lose nothing. Hey, Stormy. Justin, about the same in Minnesota. Rain took care of most of it. Yeah, we had those thunderstorms the other night, and that pretty well wiped out all the snow. But then that was so weird because it was raining pretty damn good, too. All of a sudden, the temperature within an hour, it went from like 38 degrees to about 23 degrees within an hour. I don't know how that can even happen. The air must have been super dry right behind that rain because you had no ice on the hood of your vehicles, no ice on the windows. but all the doors were froze shut. Man, everybody in this building's out there trying to get in their vehicles. And I took a little running water struck, took a little bit, but I got the door open. But the damn windows wouldn't thaw out. The moisture got in the door panels and froze the windows up around the seams. And running around in that truck most of the day, didn't even thaw it out. Hey, Candy. Great to see you. I heard thinking about holding you for next few hours.
I told him I was going to keep you up here.
Was he looking for a link?
He's looking for a belly button. He's having belly button problems, Raphael is. He's kind of traumatized.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, we're trying to help him out, you know. I'm going to get a belly button GoFundMe for him. See if we can help out. You know, when you're sitting on somebody's panel and it's a guy and the guy says, I had a pretty belly button, you know, you got to leave.
That, yeah.
You're never going to live that one down.
Yeah, Samantha's having ice and snow storms up there. That, you know, and that's it, is now tomorrow. There's only a 5% chance of precipitation. Well, it's only going to get up to about 23 degrees. So that's going to be just dry, dusty snow.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But man, tomorrow's going to be a bitch. I got to get over there kind of early because it'll be pretty cold when I get there. It'll warm up, but man, my hands froze up today right to the point where I couldn't feel a frickin' thing. And that's when I'm looking and I'm going, why are all my fingers and thumbs a different color than the rest of my hand? Oh, maybe it's because of the cold. That's when I gave her up. Well, tomorrow I got to keep a closer eye on it because I got to finish what I start tomorrow. And it's a bitch. I never seen nothing so rotten in my life for getting a starter out.
Is it a metric starter? Or is it
What's that?
Is your starter a metric one or is it just a regular?
No, it's all metrics, you know. And it's not a common, the old style Ford starter. It's got the damn solenoid on the starter like a GM. So you got to pull the damn starter just to get to the solenoid if you want to replace just solenoid.
Right.
And so, got it. If they would not have gone to that style starter, I would have just been swapping out the solenoid. That's what shot in it. And, yeah, you can't even get that solenoid to click. Yeah, I mean, it's shot. And I don't get it. I don't understand. Okay, they've got one of those woven copper straps, ground straps.
Yep.
Running from the battery, from the ground on the battery down, and there's a ground that comes off of the solenoid, and it's got both of those at the bolt that goes through the starter into the bell housing. So it's grounding to the engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why has it got that strap running from the battery down there if it's got a ground coming off the solenoid? Why would you double ground your battery like that? I don't understand that at all. So I figured, because that strap was broken, I thought, is it a bad ground? You know? So I was going to replace that strap, and I thought, bullshit, I'll just ground it right to the engine block up on top, you know? So, because down there, exposed to salt and shit, why even do it? Because a ground is a ground. It doesn't matter where you ground it, as long as it's a grounded item you're grounding to, right? Engine block or frame. Oh shit, no. took jumper cables and grounded at the battery, went down, grounded it at that bolt in the starter, hit it, nothing. Hit it, nothing. It's not that. That obviously that copper strap isn't doing shit. So I'll get that starter in tomorrow, get it all hooked up, and that bitch starts up fine without that ground strap on it. I ain't replacing it.
Right.
It only makes sense that if it's grounded at a bolt down there, grounded at a bolt up on top, it's still grounding it to the same place. It would be different if that ground went to the solenoid and then it grounded it, say, to the block or something of that sort. That would make a little more sense, but it's not grounded to the solenoid, it's grounded to the goddamn block. Stupid. Just stupid. I've got a buddy heater.
What's her name?
But no, I didn't say a buddy warmer, a buddy heater.
Oh.
Yeah, she ain't that hot.
Sucks to be you.
But that buddy heater, I would need to tarp the whole front end of the truck because the wind blows right under the damn thing. And I'd be a little iffy under there because I've got the truck. I managed to lift the frame 18 inches. It just doesn't give me a lot of room, that buddy heater under there. And I just don't. I'd have to have the buddy heater a little too close to me. I wouldn't be that comfortable. Either I'm going to set my beard on fire, or my luck, there'd be an oil leak or something that would catch it. Native Grammy, good to see you, girl. Those buddy heaters are nice, though. Oh, is that fruitcake?
Dog treat.
Huh?
Dog treat.
Eat in front of me, you bum.
You can have here.
Yeah.
These are orgasmic banana chips. See, orgasmic. They just worded it wrong on there. That's what they are. They're soft and chewy. Super snack.
Chewy.
$10 for this. $10.
How much?
$10.
Oh. But if they're really good, what's $10, right?
That's what I say. I eat a bag of these a week.
That's the other day I stopped at our local bakery and I got 3 custard-filled Bismarcks that were maple frosted. And I told myself, you get to eat one a day, man. Yeah. So I ate 2. And I've got the 1 left. And I've been drooling over that every time I walk past it. That'll be my midnight snack. Yeah. They're pretty damn tasty. I have a hard time eating something like that, swallowing it. But yeah, I was able to ignore the discomfort to get them puppies down. Boy, they taste good. That's one thing. I might have swallowing problems, but my taste buds are working. I watched Mojo this morning making that damn breakfast burrito, and it just about killed me, man. I was just, oh God, I could only eat maybe a fourth of one of those, but yeah, I'd take one and have a couple meals out of it. That Mojo, when he's grilling, he's out there grilling. He gets pretty carried away, boy. His breakfast burrito had sliced ham on it. It had sausage gravy, bacon, link sausages, a couple of eggs, cheddar cheese. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything. Oh, and it had like hash browns. on it, onions and peppers, a little bit of a green salsa he put on it, and some sour cream. Holy shit, did that thing look good. And then he really makes you suffer. Sits there and eats the whole damn thing in front of you while he's chatting with people. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that Mojo, he's a character. He's a character. He don't even know I was there watching. I wasn't going to comment. I give him the thumbs up and said, fuck him. Because I ain't going to say nothing. He's just torturing my ass, eating like that in front of me. I'll give him the view and the thumbs up, but I ain't saying nothing. I know he would have said, come up on the panel. Shit. No, I didn't want to come up there. I would have been so foul because I wanted some. It's kind of funny today over there at Running Waters at the end of the day when we're in the house chatting about what our plans are for this next week. And we went looking around his kitchen because his brother kind of got the kitchen squared away. I told him, I said, my God, he did these two sinks that were heaped 1.5 feet over the sink with dishes. He did those. He washed them. And they're all sitting in this fucking rack and on the counter. And I said, now he just needs to get his ass over here and pack that shit up and take it with him. And he goes, no, he said he's leaving all that stuff. I said, he don't have the right to leave stuff. That's bullshit. He's moving. He's supposed to take it with him. And he goes, well, he said he doesn't have a use for it there. And he's going to, I said, then he should box it up, take it to the thrift store or something, drop it off. But don't leave it for us to deal with. My shit's coming in here, So I got to deal with all of his shit left behind. We're looking around the kitchen there, and we're talking about what food is there. And I said, I got a ton of fucking food, man. I got almost 6 months worth of food in my pantry. I said, where the hell's it all going to go? And he said, wherever you can find a spot. Hey, have a good night, Candy. Thanks for showing up, man. That's cool. But we got talking. He opens the fridge, and I'm looking in there, and I go, holy Jesus, how many bottles of ketchup and mustard and how many different kinds of goddamn pickles do you need in one fridge? I said, look at the whole bottom shelf is packed full of condiments, all partial containers of shit. I said, I've got all the condiments and the pickles and shit that I like. And there's nowhere to put it in that fridge. And Running Water says, oh yeah, there's plenty of room. I said, there's no room in here. Look at this. Every shelf is full. And he goes, going to be empty because all those condiments, all of it, I don't care, good, bad, or indifferent, is going into the garbage. He says, I'll just take it all out of there right in the garbage and we start over. I said, well, you don't have to start over because I've got really some good stuff. Then I looked in there and I go, oh, not everything's going in the garbage. And he bent down, looked, he goes, no, that famous Dave stays right there. He says, because I'm sure it's mine anyway. Running Water. Every time he comes home, he says he has to buy a new big family-sized bottle of famous Dave's because there'll be a couple tablespoons left in the bottle he bought last time he was home. The kid here, he's just using up everything Running Water likes and then filling the fridge full of shit nobody likes. And I told Running Water, I said, what do you like? And he's listing off, this is what I really like to have at home when I come in off the road. I said, this is going to work excellent because that's all shit I like and have anyway. I said, so you can come home. You don't have to worry about, do I have to run to the store for shit? Because I said, I'll always have that stuff. The stuff in the fridge that is cupboard safe will have a duplicate full container in the cupboard. So you don't have to run to the store. You open that fridge and there's only a partial bottle of Famous Dave's. Don't sweat it because there'll be a full bottle in the cupboard. I said, that's the way things are going to get run around here. I said, Jesus, it's confusing ass mess. And my youngest boy had dishes, food, dishes, food, dishes, food, all mixed together in all these great cupboards in that kitchen. And they're all fucking shit mixed all over the damn place. I like a little rhyme and reason to my chaos. Uh, and nothing there has a rhyme or reason to it. Not one that I can find. We'll fix that shit. Earl, you need to come live with me and harass Bean.
Hey, I'm grooming my pussy. Quiet.
You should have that Bean in your house. You like that shit. Running Water let him out of his cage this evening.
Yeah.
He had him in his cage for a while. Time for Bean to take a break. Get in your cage.
Yeah.
He let that little Bean's not that big, except when he jumps up, stands up, his front paws are right at nut height, man.
Oh shit.
And that little bugger is like a running around block of stone. Nothing on that dog wiggles except his tiny little ass tail. Everything else is just hard as a rock. And he comes running up to me, and that Boston Terrier round head, and his head's that big around. He comes at me, and I'm thinking he's going to headbutt me right in the balls. Oh no, both front paws. Wow. Jesus Christ. I've been kicked there over the years, and boy, memories. Oh, came flying right back. That dog. So I told him, I said, I'm going to have to wear a nut cup when you're in town. That dog of yours, just to be safe, out comes the jock strap and nut cup.
So he's feeling better?
Yeah, old Beaner's back to himself.
That's good.
Yeah. Whatever med they gave Running Water to give to him worked.
Good.
Yeah. 7 barn cats, meaner than badgers. I used to love my farm cats, man, when we had the farm. Oh, man, all my barn cats were, they were all pretty nasty. We had one that was pure feral, that little bugger, and I kept trying to catch him. And he was, man, he wouldn't let a person get within 10 feet of him. If he saw you, he'd make sure to always keep about 10 feet from you, and you start moving toward them, gone like a rocket. I lured him into our outer porch. I put a pencil in the door with a string tied to it into the house, and I could sit there. And I put food in that porch. The other cats are coming in and out. And he's sitting out on the porch looking in there like, I ain't going in there. There's people in that place, you know? Finally, when the other cats quit going in there, he couldn't help it. They all come out licking their chops. I watched him. As soon as he got in that door, I pulled that string and that pencil pulled out, and that door slapped him in the ass. I went to the inner door and looked out into that porch. I couldn't believe it. That freaking cat's jumping about 4 feet in the air, just like he's on springs, just like Tigger. Boing, 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 hissing, and his fur's all out. He was like, son of a bitch. One of them people's caught me. I was scared to go out in that porch, so let him back out. God, I put on tall boots up to my knees and leather gloves and a jacket, and went out there like that little bastard's pissed off. And oh my God, even holding the outside door open, because I was there, he wanted nothing to do with it. And I try to get close to him, and he'd jump against me all claws and then run off. Oh, he was a nasty little bugger. I loved him, though. He was cool.
Yeah, I've never had a problem. He came from the streets. He lived out in the street, and I brought him in. But he like, because he'll lay here with me at night, and I don't know if I just move my hand the wrong way, but he'll bite my hand. Holy shit. He'll draw blood. So one clock in the head, and he'll go back to sleep. But
yeah.
but he don't have no
Gotta
front claws. So like when you pet him, you know, if he's laying down, and he'll let you rub his belly for about 3 swipes, and then he'll take those back legs and kick them out at you.
like,
He'll
yeah,
take the front ones and hold you, and he'll put skid marks down your arm.
yeah,
Claws are sharp, but other than that, he's not bad. He's not
yeah.
bad.
I don't mind a cat that has the occasional little attitude, you know.
Yeah, you got it.
Uh, and for the most part, you heal up okay. My ex-wife, though, both of her arms from her wrists up to her elbows, if you looked at her arms close, you could see these pairs of scars that just round scars, round dots, and they're all over her damn arms. And I asked her when we were dating, I said, "What the hell are those scars on your arms?" She goes, "You don't want a male Siamese cat."
Mm.
I go, "Say what?" She goes, "My mother had a male Siamese cat, unfixed, when I was just a little girl." She says I was about 5, 6 years old at the time. She said that cat wouldn't quit attacking me and it would bite me in the arm so hard. And I said, yeah, 20 years old and you still got scars from when you were 5 from that cat.
Yeah.
I hope your mother had that cat put down. And she goes, "Oh, no, no. I ended up moving in with my grandparents." She got rid of the kid instead of the cat. What the fuck? That doesn't make you feel very good as a kid, you know. Why are you living with your grandparents? Because of the cat.
Mm.
I mean, what the hell? You don't want to hear that shit. Uh, yeah, that's pretty tough to hear
Yeah.
that. We're keeping the cat. Get rid of the kid. But my ex-wife was real happy with me because her mother, years and years and years later, she did end up living back with her mom and her adopted dad. Uh, um, but well, he wasn't really legally adopted. But then her mother goes when she's a teenager. Well, actually, just before I started dating her, her mother got a pair of Siamese, male and female, but they were fixed. So, but the male one, he was kind of like that cat she was describing when she was a kid. He'd let you pet him if he was in the mood. If he wasn't, man, he'd rip into you. And I didn't much like him. Well, my mother-in-law, they're living on a farm, in a farmhouse, and they had the old fly strips that you hang from the ceiling, you know. And she asked if I would take them down and throw them and put fresh ones up for her. I said, "Yeah, sure." So I'm taking down. She had like 4 of them in the house. I'm taking one down in the kitchen. I'm on a chair and I take it down and I lower it down and grab the back of the chair to step down. Well, I lowered it down almost to the floor, and that stupid ass male cat come walking by with his tail straight up in the air. Well, guess what? He ends up with that fly strip wrapped around his damn tail and yanks it out of my hand and takes off like a rocket because something's got his ass by the tail. Well, he panicked so much and he's jumping and shit that ribbon came around and went between his legs,
Ooh.
right up around his balls and up his belly, almost to his chin. So it's wrapped around his tail, right between his legs, up to his chin. Oh, I never seen a cat freak out so much in my life. That thing was just freaking the hell out. And my mother-in-law screaming like a banshee. "What did you do to Tony? What'd you do to Tony?" I said, "Something pretty damn funny. Look at that son of a bitch." I grabbed a bath towel and threw it over that cat so he couldn't scratch and bite the shit out of me. And I managed to peel that whole fucking thing off of him. It wasn't easy getting that fly strip off of him. Got it off of him, kept him in that towel, and then just exposed his head And I kept petting his forehead, top of his head, calming him down. He finally started relaxing and he calmed down. And I let him out of the towel. And he went, and for days he was licking that shit, trying to get it off of himself, All of a sudden, that cat loved the hell out of me. He'd jump up my lap, rub, get to me purring, and I could pet him. He wouldn't get pissed off, but he was still pissed at everybody else in the world. But he treated me like, you're my fucking savior. Got that shit off my balls. Yeah.
Come here.
Poor misguided cat. He didn't realize I was the one that put it there. Yeah. I was glad to see he didn't blame me for it. He thought I was a savior. He saved my balls.
Oh shit!
Tim saying hello to Sam. Don't get jealous, Mike. Yep. So
watch your back, Kurt.
Yeah, it's going to be odd not streaming throughout the week. It's going to be odd.
It's going to be awesome.
I probably won't even have internet after a couple of days. Like by the time I'm done fighting with Spectrum, if they're not going to work with me, fuck them. I'm going to tell them, cancel it then, shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still going to. I saw it before I come up here. Yeah, they hit my fucking card. They charged me for next month. Them sons of bitches. Yeah, I pulled up the user's agreement and looked at it. Yeah, it says right in there that if you don't cancel before the end of that period, there's no they don't prorate. They charge you for one whole month. They want to make goddamn sure they squeeze every dime out of you. And then with the equipment, that's what I got to fight with them about. I won't be able to tomorrow. I'm working on the truck all day, but I'll hit them on Tuesday. Or no, tomorrow's Sunday. I can hit them on Monday. But the equipment, they said, you have to return it to us in its original box with all the original cables, and you have to have all the original paperwork. Well, I know where the fucking manual is. It's in the bottom of a tote, buried under a bunch of shit. And so I got to unpack that son of a bitch to get to it. And they said, however, have everything there, the boxes and the paperwork and shit, and we'll make an appointment with you to send someone out to get it. Don't disconnect it from the system, from the wall. We'll do that. I said, fuck you, you will. I said, I'm the hell out of here. I said, okay, here's the deal. You send them on the 27th because there'll be somebody here. But I said, it's got to be between now and the 27th. Otherwise, there won't be anybody here. Can't do it. It'll be the first week of January. I said, this is a fucking move out, morons. I'm not going to fucking be here, and I'm not leaving that equipment for the manager here to get their paws on or the next tenant.
Right.
Fuck you. And they said, well, no, you can't do that. I said, I'll give you an address to come and pick it up then, the first week of January. Nope, it's got to be the service address. So now the only resolve to it is I have to deliver it to one of their stores. Closest one is 48 miles from here. Ironwood, Michigan. I got to drive all the way to fucking Ironwood, Michigan to drop it off. And they said that because I'm taking it apart and putting it back in its packaging, when I get there, they'll unpackage it and they're going to hook it up and test it before they give me a receipt for its return. I said, you don't give me a receipt for the fucking return, I keep the equipment. Well, no, we'll keep it, but you're not getting a receipt for the return until we do it. If it doesn't test out, then we have to have our techs make sure that it can be easily repaired and or is okay. Then we'll send you a receipt. I said, no, you fuckers aren't doing this to me. I've been down this road with you people before. I did that. I did a return, and I had the receipt for it. Or no, I didn't have the receipt for it because they said it had to be inspected, and we'll email you the receipt. No, they emailed me a fucking bill for $180 for the equipment because they said no, it doesn't function properly. Well, it functioned right up until I unplugged it and brought it to you. I was using your fucking internet. You can check. You can see the data was on there. Sons of bitches. Oh no, almost $200 they charged me for equipment that I had returned to them. Not this time, man. You're giving me a fucking receipt, or you don't get it. You don't get the equipment, you sons of bitches. And then you're going to bill me, and I'm just not going to pay it. Send me to collections, you cocksuckers. Sue me. Take me to court, you cocksuckers. I'll go in, tell the court, yeah, I probably owe it to them. Yeah. Case dismissed, you know. Yeah. Find them liable to pay the bill. Yeah. Boom. All you're going to win is a judge saying, yeah, he does owe you. Good luck trying to guarantee my Social Security check, you sons of bitches. They won't let you do it. Yeah. I'll go to my grave owing you for that fucking equipment then. Hey, Tuna Emperor.
Here, if you just cancel your service, they'll just come and pick it up. They don't care if it's in a box, the top's missing. They don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
They just take it back and they pitch it.
That was Dish Network. Oh. I had their fucking receiver and shit in here, and I called them up and said, yeah, I want to cancel my service. And they said, well, we see you paid on such. They said, your service is good out to such a date. And I said, well, you can come and get the shit now. I'm not really using it. They said, we'll set up the pickup date for your last day of service then. The guy showed up, sure as shit, but he didn't show up till like 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I could use that day, you know. And he shows up and I'm here for the receiver. I said, oh shit, I forgot. The box is here somewhere. I don't need it. He comes in, he unscrews the goddamn cable, unplugs it. He says, thank you. And out the door he goes, no box. And he left the fucking goddamn 25-foot coaxial cable here that they put in here. I didn't put that in it. So I got a 25-foot coaxial for free, and he walked off, and everything's hunky-dory. No additional charges, no problems. Fucking Spectrum. Them sons of bitches here. I fight with them bastards every time you try to do something.
You got anything to drink over there? My cup's empty.
Cold coffee.
I'll be back.
Hey, Peppers in Kentucky Living. It's great to see you there. And Tuna Emperor. What the fin is this? What the fin is it? What the hell was that? I seen a good one, a good meme today on Facebook, and I just don't remember what it was. It was so true. That's why it was a good one. Where the heck is it?
Right here. How you doing?
I can't find it. Yeah.
I don't know how the glass don't leak. It's got a big crack on the bottom. See it right there? a crack in my glass, but it don't leak. It's plastic.
Oh, it's a plastic glass.
Yeah, why that thing don't leak? I'll scrap it. Oh man, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
Wrapping her up here soon. I'm not supposed to stream on Saturday nights. In fact, I'm going to call it an early night tonight myself, too. I'm going to be in Iraq by 10 o'clock, I think. 10, maybe 11.
If you come over here, you're already late. I've been trying to go to bed at like 10 o'clock, but then I lay here till 2 and 3 in the morning.
That's my problem. I can't sleep.
For like freaking over a week, so that don't help.
I found that if I go to bed before 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock's about the earliest I should ever even try. Because if I go to bed, I mean, even 10:30, if I got into bed at 10:30, I'm going to wake up 2, 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I'm wide freaking awake. And then I get frustrated. I get up and I'm up for 2 or 3 hours. Then I go back to bed and I'm up 2 hours later. So I don't get no sleep that night, you know?
See what you did? You chased everybody away.
Good night, Kathy.
Newfoundland.
Good night, Ingalls family. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a headache for over a week, so it's just driving me nuts. I'm used to it now, though.
I'm trying to
I'm gonna try to live stream all next week every day.
every day.
Why not? Why not? Might do it.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I get set up at Running Waters. I might trick my channel up a little bit and do different live streams and
Yeah.
the five scheduled ones, and then maybe just do some random bullshit ones. You know, just let's.
All my interact. I can't schedule nothing because I get too much crap going on all the time.
That's where I like with this moving, you know, because my audience is used to my schedule. It throws them off. Where if you're doing a more random, then people just are watching for that. They ring the bell when you're random. They ring the bell so they know when you're going up. You know, that's how I know when you're going up. So,
yeah, I don't have no. But lately, like, I've been getting up at I'll go to bed at 10 o'clock. By the time I fall asleep, I ain't waking up till 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So then it takes me an hour and a half just to get, motivated and get all the joints and everything going. And
Yeah.
then I decide, like yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I didn't start work till like 1:30. Well, it gets dark at 5 o'clock, and I was outside. So now if I'm downstairs working, I don't care, but
Right.
I gotta get back into the routine.
That was me today. Man, I was up for the day, 8:30, drinking my coffee, 8:30. I'm thinking, yeah, I slept in this morning. That's pretty cool. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but at least I slept till about 8, quarter after, and then finally got up. And it was 11 fucking o'clock before I was out the damn door.
Yeah.
To go over to Running Waters to work on my truck. Running Waters, I sent him a message. Yeah, running late. I'll be over there in just a bit. And he messaged me back. It's a good thing I just brewed a pot of coffee. I get over there 11 o'clock, well, quarter after 11, and he's got fresh coffee made. And I go, oh, wow, you're on your second pot today? And he goes, no. He says, I ended up sleeping in. I said, yeah, that's because I seen you on goddamn PlayStation at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. So, yeah, you didn't get much sleep either, did you? He goes, no, but I slept in. Yeah, I get it. Shit happens.
If you are more sensitive towards putting recyclables in the proper place compared to this cup, if I decide to throw this away, I'm going to throw it in the Lake Erie. or St. Clair, whatever. You know, throw it in the water. Let the fish swim in out of it. You'll
Yeah,
appreciate it.
there you go. Yeah,
Mm.
telling the old tuna there that you're
Yeah,
gonna
and what
throw
I'll
that
do,
shit in his house.
yeah, and what I'll do, just so I make sure it gets a good distance from shore, I'm gonna put it in this bag and then throw it.
I'll
And in
never
the
forget.
bag, there's even a piece of paper.
I'll never forget the first time I saw a tuna can and it said dolphin free on it. I
Yeah.
looked at my ex-wife and I go, check this shit out. And she goes, what? And I said, I knew there was dolphin in that tuna, but I'm very happy to see it's free.
Right.
That made me feel a lot better. Yeah, if they're going to put dolphin in my tuna, it better be free. I'm not buying dolphin. I want, as long as it's mostly tuna and the dolphin is free, I'm good with that shit. Yeah. And I don't understand why them people down in Florida, when you go in a restaurant and you ask them, do you have deep fried manatee? Like they get all goofy on you. Oh, they start preaching at you about how they're an endangered species and it's illegal to hurt a manatee and on and on. It's like, hey, come on, cool it.
Yeah.
I was in some Cajun guy's shack out in the swamp and he was eating deep fried manatee and it tastes pretty good. I thought maybe you carried it in the restaurant. Who the hell is that?
Yeah, man.
Hey,
Starting trouble. My buddy
Rebecca.
that passed away, his mom lives in Newport Richey, Florida. And she has a canal right behind her house, and the manatees, they're always in the canal. You see dolphins in there. It's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, this buddy, I used to stay at his place down in Fort Myers, Florida, and he had his big old 32-foot fishing trawler parked out front of the place, and we went out fishing almost every day. But when we were at the house and I was just bored, what am I gonna do? And I'd go out in the backyard. I'd fuck with them damn pelicans, man.
Oh,
It was great. I go out there, take a loaf of bread, right? You go out there and you throw a slice of bread up in the air, and then pelicans will take off and they'll grab the whole slice, But sitting next to you have a bunch of about baseball-sized rocks. You throw that bread up, and they get used to coming in, and all of a sudden you got a dozen of them fuckers hanging out, trying to get their piece of bread, and then you throw one of them rocks up in the air. And they swoop over, and it's so funny when they get that in the sack in their chin, They get that rock in there, and they're trying to fling it out, and they can't. They hit the freaking water, and then they down in the water, they're able to get that rock out of their damn throat, But yeah, shit, they can't fly too good when they're nose heavy like that. And I was doing that for about a week, and then this neighbor lady come over and started ripping me a new one. Quit being so damn mean to those pelicans. You can't be doing that. Blah, blah, blah. I told her, I said, well, back home, we don't do anything like that because we ain't got no pelicans to mess with. But I said, you got seagulls here too. And she said, their mouths aren't big enough for them damn rocks you're throwing at them pelicans. I said, oh, but you should see what happens to one when you throw them in Alka-Seltzer.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it really screws up their day. Yeah.
Not like making friends, that.
No. Yeah, I learned that up here on Lake Superior that most seagulls can't regurgitate if they get gas going in them. And they puff right up. And every once in a while it'll kill one, But up here there's no love lost for any loss of a sea chicken. Nobody likes the sea chickens here.
Sea chicken.
Yeah, sea chickens. We call them sea chickens. That up here, if you ask somebody you know they're in the commercial fishing industry up here. If you ask them, I wonder what seagull tastes like. They go, chicken. And you go, really? And they go, yeah, chicken that's been fed nothing but fish.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. And they always tell you best way to prepare seagull is you skin them and you take the breasts out and then you fillet the breasts and you deep fry it like fish. That's the best way to prepare your seagull because it's going to taste like fish. You don't want it. You don't want to cook it like a chicken. Oh yeah. No, I guess if you were starving, I guess you could eat a seagull and it'd be okay to force yourself to stay alive. But I
Yeah.
wouldn't voluntarily eat no damn seagull. But because they eat anything and everything. I mean, they're like crows, you know. I wouldn't eat crow either.
I wouldn't know about a crow.
You look at what some of them critters eat, and it's like, no, you are what you eat. No, don't eat them. The coolest thing I ever seen. Now, what the hell state was I in? I think it was in. I don't know if I was in Mississippi or Louisiana, but I had to deliver. It was weird because I had to deliver powdered milk to a farm. That seemed weird, you know.
Yeah.
But they use that powdered milk and they mix it with grains and other things. They were making catfish food because they had these big commercial catfish ponds there. That's what they were, was a catfish and pig farm. I thought, what the fuck? That's weird. You raise catfish and pigs.
Yeah. It's more combination.
And they walked me through the place, gave me a tour and how it operates. They make the food for the catfish, right? And these feeders sprinkle that catfish food out over the catfish ponds. And it's amazing how fast those catfish actually grow. They're showing me how they transition them from one pond to the next because at certain stages they move the catfish to different ponds and they finally get to the harvest pond where they're big enough to harvest, right? But those catfish ponds got these scrapers that go through and they scrape the bottom of the pond. And then there's these suction lines along the bottoms of the ponds. It scrapes them towards those suction lines and they suck in the catfish shit out of those ponds, right? And that's a fertilizer and they sell it. It gets sprayed on fields. But what's really weird is this whole farm's on this gradual long hill. At the top of the hill is the pig farm. They feed the pigs grains up there. The pig shit goes into this processor, and that pig shit gets dried and pulverized. And that's part of the catfish. They mix powdered milk and grains with that pig shit, and then they feed the catfish the pig shit. And then the catfish shit goes out to grow the grains to feed the pigs. And we eat the pigs. They're fed with catfish shit, corn. The catfish are, and then we eat the pig. The catfish are fed pig shit, and we eat the catfish.
Sounds like a crock of shit to me.
I asked that farmer, I said, you gotta be kidding me. You're recycling that shit literally from beginning to end, the beginning to end, the beginning to end. That shit's never leaving the place. And he laughed. He goes, actually, no, it's not. And he says, and our system reduced our feed costs by over 50%.
Wow.
By feeding them their own crap back, you know. And the thing is you don't have fish eating fish shit. they're eating pig shit, and pigs don't eat pig shit; they eat fish shit. So it's weird. It's weird. The
Wonder, wonder how
I
tuna
told,
feels.
I told him, I said, I don't see how you could expand on that system at all. He says, well, think about it. We're eating the pigs and we're eating the fish. And so we're eating both their shits, right? I got to figure out a way we can safely process human crap
Hmm.
and add that to the pig feed. He says, then everybody in that circle is included. I said,
Wow.
but eventually that means when you're eating a catfish, you're eating catfish shit, pig shit, and human shit that's fish flavored. And he laughed. He goes, uh-huh.
Well,
What the? Some people, some things just don't seem to bother them a bit. Yeah, Justin, yeah, it's for real. And yeah, commercial farming, for mass production. It's amazing some of the shit they'll do. That's nuts.
it all comes back to the shit.
Yeah, all comes back to same old shit.
See, you
That's
did. You mentioned PlayStation. Now I'm over here playing freaking Minecraft. Thanks. I'll be up all night now.
that's what I should do is goddamn take an hour tonight and just be on Minecraft just to get warm back. I'll play Minecraft a lot over at Running Waters. That'll be set
Yeah.
up so nice for that. But I I I started a world and creative and just kind of been going ape shit with it. And it was all triggered by watching the whole goddamn 8 seasons of Game of Thrones. Oh,
Yeah.
I built a fucking ice wall. I found a seed that has a huge fucking winter biome, and I went along the whole edge of that winter biome with a goddamn wall that's 130 blocks high, 8 blocks thick.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That took a while to build. Now,
They,
all along that wall, I've got castles built to the wall with accesses to the opposite side of the wall. It's insane. I went way too out of control
yeah.
with it, but I'm loving that world. I can't wait till I get it to the point where I feel okay, that's enough creativeness. Then I'll do a survival save, and anybody
Right.
wants to play it under survival, have fun, man. Have
Yeah.
fun.
That's what I'm doing with this one. My buddy that passed away, he was big into Minecraft.
Yeah,
I started a world and we titled it dedicated to his gamer tag. So it was. I mean, it's not a bad world, but when that update came out, I
yeah,
had I cleared all this out and I made like a nice little thing because I had plans. And when the update came out, there's actually an ice, a winter biome right there.
yep,
That was not there. That was all greenery. Now when the update came out, they replaced. So I went and I put the what the hell you call that thing? Coordinates. I put the coordinates on from the beginning of where this starts now and followed it to where it ends. It's 2,836 blocks, and it's
yeah,
all ice. It fucked up
yep.
my whole world. But what am I gonna do?
See, and that's what I did is under the update, I went back and I looked at my ice wall world. Now I've got ice on the wrong side of the fucking wall.
Yes,
It's like the winter biome that was north of the wall for over 2,000 blocks across under the old version. That's still 2,000 plus blocks across. But south of the wall, I built that wall right on its edge, so there was no ice south of the wall at all, no snow.
right.
Now I've got big patches of snow where the snow comes up to the wall. It went south of the wall and covers a big area. It fucked
Oh,
my goddamn world up.
yeah,
And with the new update, now the ceiling has been expanded.
yeah. You had
And
258 blocks.
there ain't no way I'm building that fucking wall another 100 blocks high.
Yeah.
And
And
it's 130 block now. I'm not going to 230 block. Bullshit. But the fucking cloud cover didn't go up.
no.
You know, the cloud cover's still at the same level. They should have moved that cloud cover up. I would have been happy with that. But
And what else?
plus,
What else it did? Remember that world you were in, a Mayan?
what's that?
The world that you were in, a Mayan?
Yeah.
That's gone.
What?
Because I've had that world for almost 3.5 years.
No
So
shit.
when you did the update, it took that world out. I cannot log into that world at all. And I've sent customer, like to tech and all that.
Oh,
We'll try this and try that. Well, none of it works. So it
oh,
won't.
that's a bitch.
Yeah, it won't
That ain't
update that
right.
world, and that's 3.5 years of shit. And I
That
added a whole lot more to it since you've been in there. So yeah,
that
so that
ain't
was
right. Yeah, when I was in there, it was
yeah,
amazing. I mean,
yeah. So that's
what
all done.
the fuck? That was so much work into that world.
There's
See,
thousands of hours in there.
see, that's what I don't like. Some of their upgrades over the
Hmm.
process fucked me right up. Another thing that, oh man, I had to fight and fight and fight. I mean, I was trying to get tech help and everything because shit I paid for, you know,
Yeah.
packs and texture packs and everything. You know, I had a shitload of them. It still shows that they're purchased. It wouldn't let me load any of them and use them.
Right.
It
I
was
haven't tried
making
that.
it was making me play under the standard pack, like if you just bought
Yeah.
Minecraft,
Yeah.
but it wouldn't let me load natural or any of the others and use them.
That's bullshit.
And they kept walking me through this step on how to load those. Oh yeah, follow your fucking instructions right to a T. It
Hmm.
shows it there, but it won't let me fucking add it as a goddamn texture pack.
Yep.
And
That's
they're
why.
going, well, there's something wrong with your end. I
Yeah.
said, no,
It
no,
works.
you can't, you got to blame either your Minecraft software or you got to blame
Yeah.
PS4. When you say it's me, fuck you, I'm using nothing but your shit. So how can any of it be my fault? And
Yep.
and finally I got in there and the steps I got to take to add any of my texture packs or my mock-up packs and shit is such a pain in the ass.
Yep.
And then for some reason, it created a duplicate world that I worked on that was 280 meg, It was a pretty big save file on that one. It duplicated it. So there's two of those worlds, right?
Hmm.
I go into the duplicate version and it's there's a lot of shit not done on it.
Right.
So it duplicated it a ways back. And I thought, I don't need that son of a bitch. I don't want all that storage space used up. Try to delete one of them fucking worlds now. Some of them you just can't. It's like it's not going to let you fucking delete the world.
Yeah. It's
And
hard.
they
Anyway,
got a lot of shit they got to work up. Hey, Rain Dancer, hi. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Yeah, they gotta do something. Some of that shit is too glitchy. And then with this upgrade, that fucking mining all the way. Fuck, I mean, what did they?
yeah.
Negative 40 something?
Negative 63.
Oh, 63.
And
That's
if
right.
you go to the very bottom, you can knock the very bottom block out, and then you're just in a void underneath it. You
Mm-hmm.
just go underneath the whole world. It's just like if you go through the top of the nether, you just in a big open void. Same way. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
and
Stupid.
that's stupid. That's stupid. I like having bedrock. You can't mine. You can't get through it. That's what I want. I want it to terminate at something you can't get
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, when that update came out, I went to 0, and then I started going down just to see how far it was. Negative 63, and I came out of the underneath the world.
Now, when you come out underneath, do you just fall?
No, you just float.
You just float and you
Well,
can go right back up that hole?
I guess if you're in survival, I did it in creative. If you do in survival, you'd probably just fall. Just like if you're in the end and you fall off the edge of the end into the void. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's something I'll do in that copy that I can't get rid of. I'll go in there and I'll mine right down, but I'll switch it to survival mode and see what happens when I get to the bottom. But yeah, I had that happen. I built a castle on an island that has the big main castle is the whole fucking island, and it's taller than shit. And then it's got 5 little islands around it. And on each of those, I built a big fucking tower that's about 150 blocks high. So it's got the 5 towers that are all connected to that big castle with walkways and shit. But each tower, I went with a shaft, a vertical shaft, 4 blocks square. I was going to go down to bedrock. And I was going to set it up with different level mining from each of those towers.
Oh, there you go.
Well, the first one, I went all the way down like you did to 0. And I a little overzealous and went past 0. I'm like, what the fuck? And it kept going. So I kept going, and yeah, 63, negative 63. That's where it hit. And all I saw was black. And I'm like, fuck that shit. That's far enough. I never went down through it. So I should have. Now I'll go back there and I'll go down there and do it on survival mode and see what happens when I bust through.
I bet you probably fall and die.
Yeah. And then you're fucked because all your shit. Make sure to go down there and try it without anything with you.
Yeah, go down there naked.
The Running Water was messing around in one of his worlds the other day and showing me, and he was down. He went down below 0, and all of a sudden the floor broke out, and he was in survival mode, and he fucking fell. He was lucky it didn't kill him.
That's funny.
There's a cavern down there below 0, big cavern, and he fell into, and there's lava falls all over the fucking place and shit, and it was pretty cool because there was a lot of minerals here and there down there. And I said, well, that's kind of cool. You come this deep and find mineral. That's interesting. But so he was lucky he had a shitload of sand in his inventory. So he got back up to that hole and he widened it out, and then he put a waterfall in so he can transport up and down. And he goes back down and he starts wandering around in that big fucking cavern, and he gets to the spot. I bet you there's a half a dozen fucking spawners down there, because all of a sudden he's got more fucking zombies I ever seen anywhere if you hadn't put them there. You know?
Yeah.
And creepers everywhere, just packed with. And then he's trying to fight them off and head back to where he started. All of a sudden, he's getting nailed, and I go, "What the fuck's nailing you?" And he scans around, fucking skeletons all over the fucking place. And I told him, I said, "Well, that wasn't worth coming down here, was it? That's bullshit." That's one thing I wish they would do too, is let you say nothing over 120 blocks or over 150 blocks or whatever. No spawning above that point, or no spawning below 0,
And they have that new mob down there too, the warden. You gotta find him.
What new mob?
It's called the warden. When you get down so far in those caves, it's like a whole nother like city down there. It's all like this weird block and all kinds of crazy shit down there. But yeah, the update it's called the warden, and he's a bitch to kill. He's hard as hell to kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to go snooping looking for the fucker.
Yep. Yeah. He's down in there though. But the underwater or the under the cave stuff, the new stuff is really cool down there.
Yeah, it looked like it. I was in when I saw that, I was interested.
Yeah.
I don't want to get down there and explore a bit. I'm going to love it at Running Waters because my big old 65-inch is going to be right there in front of me in my recliner, and right next to it is his 55-inch. I can be watching a fucking show, playing Minecraft, all on big screen. That'll be great.
You can
And
be
my
watching.
studio's only 10 feet away. I can go sit at my studio and see my TV in the other room. Yeah,
You can
it's going to be great.
You can sit there and watch all 955 of E-Waste Mike's videos. They're great. Check them out.
Are you up to 955?
Videos? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm at
videos and live streams, you know.
I'm at what the fuck was it?
That's in like 2 years.
The
YouTube for 2 years. Coming
2
up
years of YouTube and you got that. Jesus H. Christ.
January 2 years.
In fact, with this stream, I hit 900. And it's been, well, in April, it will have been 6 years. But I hit 900 uploads.
6 years. You're not trying. You're not applying yourself, sir.
Well, the first 3.5 years was all just little videos for the company, you know.
Right.
Not for. I've done 344 live streams since I started live streaming, which I don't remember. I don't remember when that was. 213 Sty stories I've done. Or, yeah, 213 Sty stories. I'm getting down on Sty stories. That series is going to have to come to an end because my Sty story list is starting to get thin.
Is it? Hold on, Matt.
I think I had 280 on that list.
Answered.
Oh, fuck you, mouse. I don't know what the fuck. Come on. I can't even see you because my fucking mouse died. No, the mouse is totally powered up.
Give it some
I
cheese.
don't know why, but it's been locking up. And
Gotta give it some cheese.
there it goes. Now it's fucking working again. See, that fucking mouse, it'll just go dead on me. And if I wait it out, it's okay, but
You can't afford to wait everything out.
when I look at my channel history, I like sometimes going back and looking at some of my old shit, and it's like, whoa, you talk about green, boy, that boy didn't. Something tells me the guy wasn't quite as comfortable on YouTube as he is now. My first live streams, those were kind of funny to watch because I was just like, yeah, it's real obvious you didn't know what the fuck you were doing.
And you still don't, so, you know.
Yeah. Well, no, I learned all kinds of bad habits since then. Oh, Lordy.
Well, I think I'm going to boogie out of here.
I was just going to say, I think we should wrap it up there, folks. Yeah, there's just a few of us still hanging out. And this was not supposed to be a long stream anyway. So that's it, guys. I'll see you on Christmas Day from noon to 8. Show up anytime and make sure to say Merry Christmas, okay?
Boo.
Yeah. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. I hope everything goes well for you this coming week. 'Tis the season that we hope everybody has a good season. Make sure to eat a lot for Christmas for me, would you? I ain't doing nothing. I ain't doing it Christmas Eve. I ain't doing nothing special. Probably have fucking soup. And then Christmas Day, I got somebody that's going to give me some Christmas cookies. I'll nibble on them fuckers during the day. But otherwise, I ain't doing nothing for Christmas except hanging out with folks on YouTube. That's right. That's my Christmas. Over at Running Waters, of course. Yeah. So, take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out, Mike.
No problem. No problem.
It's fun. Thanks for talking a little Minecraft with me, too. Yeah.
Anytime.
You betcha. So, good night, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you Christmas Day.
Take it easy,
Bye-bye.
guys.